my name is Olivia Ilagan, and I'm going to be doing my Draw My book on The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear. So there's this girl named Kit, and she lives in Barbados, and she's moving to Wethersfield, Connecticut, because her grandfather died and she needs to go with her family. So she's on a boat called the Dolphin going there with this guy named Nat, and she goes to meet him, but he's kind of mean. She also meets this guy named John Holbrook, and he thinks she's not weird, which is good because everyone else thinks she is because she's from Barbados. So then, while she's in a rowboat, she sees this poor girl named Prudence drop her doll. So she ends up diving in to go get the doll and give it back. And Prudence is very happy, but Prudence's mom, called Goodwife Cruff, is not happy because she thinks that she's very suspicious and she thinks Kit is a witch because she can swim. So anyway, Kit gets to Wethersfield and meets her new family, which consists of Matthew, who's this very Puritan man, Rachel, his wife, Judith, his kind of snotty daughter, and Mercy, this sweet girl that's handicapped with a crutch because she's been sick. And so she's forced to go to church even though she doesn't want to because all of Connecticut is Puritan and she's very bored about God. But after church she ends up meeting this rich guy that's very nice and and his name is William. So he keeps coming to see her. He's calling on her, which is dating pretty much. So he always talks about it. So Judith wanted to date him or marry him, but then she says, "Oh, you know what? I like John now because John has kept acquaintance with Kit and her family." What could you not like about him? He's very nice and he likes God. So anyway, William ended up going up to Kit and says, "I like you," and then he says, "Marry me," and then Kit's like, not really. So when Judith and Kit go to pick onions, they see this house, and Judith says, "Oh, that's the witch's house. Her name is Hannah Tupper." Anyway, Kit goes to teach a school that Mercy has with all these kids, and she says, "Oh, hey, there's this scene from the Bible that we're learning. Why don't we just try to act it out? That's a good way to have them learn it." But long story short, they end up being seen by the supervisor, and they're doing a scene where a kid gets beat up, and they actually start beating him up. So Kit ends up going down to Hannah Tupper's house, the witch, and she sees her, and she turns out to be really nice. Kit doesn't see why Hannah isn't visited, so she visits there many days, and Nat ends up coming back. So he's like, "Oh, hey, you know Hannah?" And then Kit says, "Yeah." So they go over there together because they know someone in common. And it turns out Hannah hasn't been able to take care of her house because it's been flooded and stuff, and people don't like her, so sometimes they'll damage it. So they come back and fix it. Alright, so there's a little love triangle here. John likes Mercy, and Judith likes John, and Mercy likes John back, but they don't know that they like each other. Judith is very adamant about marrying John, and William likes Kit. So Nat finds out that William likes Kit, and that Kit might be his bride soon, and that he's this rich, awesome guy who a lady could never say no to. So he gets upset about it, and for a Halloween prank, he goes to William's brand new house that he has built, and he puts jack-o'-lanterns in the window, which is seen as very unholy, because All Hallows Eve. Anyway, there's this new governor that takes over Connecticut, where Wethersfield is, and he doesn't give them freedom, and he makes them pay money. And yeah, so winter comes and everyone gets sick because there's not much medicine, and all the remedies they have are praying and herbs. So everyone's like, "Oh, we're all getting sick." Everyone's like, "Governor Andros is being a jerk." Okay, there's no logical explanation. We'll blame it on the witch. So what they do is they blame it on Hannah, and they go to storm her. So what's going to happen? Will Kit be considered a witch again by Goodwife Cruff? Will Hannah die? We don't know what's going to happen. I think the genre is historical fiction because the Salem witch trials are real, and they were actually a thing that this was based off of. Also, some of the characters were real. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.